Well, welcome and thank you all very much for coming out. Like we said, we have many names. Often, we'll call ourselves the Westford Whale Club, a Whale Project, or we've kind of gotten to the Dead Whale Club. It's a very comfortable one. Everybody here has been volunteering and doing this for almost 2 years now. Just to give you a brief introduction, I was walking along the beach one winter day 2006. And in Cranes Beach in Ipswich, Massachusetts. And so that's right on the west coast, a little north of Boston. And there was a dead whale on the beach. And it was pretty rotted, it was very stinky, it was an unpleasant thing. And I thought, hey, this would be fun, why don't we do something about it? So we didn't just know how to put a whale together, so we tried to figure out how do you figure that out, like who do you ask? There was a nice lady, Judy Chapasco, at the Harvard Museum of Comparative Zoology, who sent us a mock-up, and that is like a fully preserved, it's 100 years old. It's perfect white. When you go upstairs, ours doesn't quite look like this.
Yeah.
But why, guys?
Our budget was a little lower.
And the whales didn't help. I mean, the sharks didn't help.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shark didn't die naturally. Somebody went out and killed it, and then preserved it. And so we got our second head. We just kind of try to deflesh the skeleton as much as you can. And I smelled for about a week afterwards. There's nothing like the smell of rotting whale. It's horrible.
And this is how much flesh was left on it even after decomposition, and we probably started cutting it off, and it was still pretty bad. At this point, we moved to what beach?
Forge.
This is Forge Beach.
This is Forge Beach, and we were using the snack shack there. Any of you Snack Shack customers? We swear.
This is sort of how we took a higher concentration chemicals and diluted them into the water. Anybody want to describe the first time we came back after this?
We left the covers on the trash cans, which is what we put all the chemicals and bones in. And apparently we shouldn't have done that because it all overflowed. So this is a box full of vertebrae. Sort of looks like this.
That's the lower jaw.
Yeah.
So Hannah, what do you think of what was it like working with it?
It smells really bad, but actually you got used to it, and it was kind of a surprise every Saturday coming back that it smelled that bad and you just forgot. And it was really hard to clean off that kind of part because it had this little hollow area that was like about a foot long.
We had a separate room that we left the bones with the chemicals in so that it wasn't in our main working space because it's yummy solution.
And then there's more.
That was the bucket that we put the head in. Because the head has so many cavities inside of it, we had to just leave it in cold water. And eventually it cleaned it up pretty well.
Yeah, the technique is called cold water maceration, and basically the bacteria in there just churn and they take care of just about everything if you leave it long enough.
It smelled really bad.
The head was
Until
particularly
start
horrible.
dumping it out.
It was like you smell it and you throw up. That bad.
We in fact
That
actually
literally
had a few
happens.
instances.
Yeah, that literally happened. So it was really sad.
The other side of this lower jawbone is actually hollow, and he's actually sticking the plunger in it for some reason.
To lift it.
Because it's hollow. There's probably some stuff.
Because we obviously didn't have enough to do with the whale. Mike also found a deer which we cleaned up, and do we have any of the bones? We have some of the bones scattered
The
around.
deer was found clean in the bottom.
Yeah, so that was found clean, so we just had to bleach it. We didn't have to do as much.
You had to drill the vertebrae so you could get the pipe through it so you could line them all up.
And the bone dust was going everywhere, so this is when we more used the goggles. I mean,
Face
masks. Yeah, people would walk by because we were on the public beaches, so of course they wanted to know what we were doing in the building.
Oh,
And we used a drill press to drill through all of the rib bones so that we'd have a straight hole in all of them.
And also for the vertebrae, so we could.
Here's one of our few full group photos.
Yeah. Pretty much a rarity.
Lots of
Who
photos.
took that picture? Was that the guy that took his kids to
Was it-
Musings?
yeah,
There's a couple.
we also took a field trip to the Boston Sea Rovers Conference in, I don't know, right in Boston. And we met with one of the directors of the Boston Sea Rovers, and they're actually having their conference this weekend. Again,
What are the oldest?
the oldest
Scuba diving.
scuba diving
Like
club in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Jacques Cousteau is one of the members.
One of the
Yeah.
things, yeah. And lots of high school students came from all over Massachusetts here, and they were asking questions, giving out prizes, things like that. Who won prizes there?
I got a prize. I got a prize for a really dumb reason.
But did we get one or
Sanders'
two?
nephew got
I think,
like
you know,
one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a 7-year-old, and he was like answering all
And
the
he
questions.
actually
He was
answered
smart.
he answered a question of he asked they asked why is horseshoe crab blood blue, and he knew why that was. And a lot of the older kids didn't.
A lot of it was about like marine biology
And
and
then
oceanography.
the thing that really impressed me about these guys was because they're coming every week, and we're just working, we're doing all these hands-on things. And then we go there, and George Buckley there in the corner, he ends up saying, I'm not calling on you guys anymore, you've got enough prizes already. And he's just calling on the other school groups, so it was very, very nice.